pronounced Manago.
Understanding the landscape and the imbalances, I've decided to commit myself to educating my community, trying to create an opportunity for dialogue and understanding and getting us to unlearn some ignorance and find out what's really going on with our diversity as people of African descent. Part of critical thinking is to do your own research and to know what you're talking about instead of allowing your internalized oppression and somebody's opinion to come together and have you hating yourself. The first project was the Black Men's Exchange.
In closing, we say, thank goodness for blackness. Ashe. Thank goodness for black men. Ashe.
So that was the first project, was to bring brothers together to recover from all these self-hating issues that I knew put them at high risk for HIV, and to create a affirming context where we lived that could build us back up and help us learn, teach us to protect ourselves, and ultimately bring our families into our lives for those of us who had difficulty because of our sexuality.
And BMX helped me in an extraordinary way. Actually, the Black Men Exchange saved my life.
Psychologically and emotionally, I would say BMX has given me much more confidence.
Provided me an opportunity to engage with black men from across the diaspora, all different walks of life, intergenerational, engage with brothers about the issues that impact our lives, that keep us distracted.
BMX has empowered me as a man of color in many ways. First of all, it has given me a safe haven to congregate with other men of color to discuss similar issues that we all face, whether we're Dominican, whether we're from Trinidad or African American. The underlying fabric that binds us together is the same. And I wish we had something like that in my own community.
Particularly, it helped me become much more self-reflective as a black man in terms of thinking about what are the habits and norms of my ways of thinking and behaving that really are the result of internalized oppression.
What BMX has afforded me, I think, is more comfort with myself.
Before I came to BMX, I had never been in an environment where black men got together to talk about important issues without drinking and looking for sex.
It has provided a space in which we can focus, concentratedly and conscientiously on attending to the stuff that keeps us operating at cross purposes with ourselves and each other.
It blew me away when I first came here 8 years ago, and I saw a room full of educated, strong black men coming together to solve our problems.
But I like to call this room the healing room. And I mean, there are a lot of wonderful things that happen in this room, but I think one of the most important is the healing that happens.
Thank goodness for the black men we have come to be.
Ashe.
Now hug somebody who doesn't mind being hugged.
And I had a two-pronged strategy where I was going to build a nonprofit center called the Amasi Center that would be for everybody, not just same-gender loving people. So there would be a one-stop shop that would bring in same-gender loving people, heterosexual people, and all of us for the same goal of community health around black self-image and health and wellness.
So in fairness to CLEO and in appreciation of his patience, I'm not even going to ask you a question, CLEO, but you've heard so much.
Our community is full of brilliant people, but we have been successfully trained to point our incredible talents toward the success of this system.
If you hear that you're bad, that you're just a nigga, that you ain't nothing, that you are of lesser value than somebody else, and you internalize those mythologies, they can impact your self-concept. My whole reason for doing the work that I do is to resolve the conflict among black people and to help elongate black life. Because I don't know how many people work in health, but we're dying prematurely. A lot of us don't even see 60 across the economic spectrum. But I want to say that we need to focus on supporting, affirming, and directing black people to be decent human beings that can take responsibility for their life. And all this judgment based on mythology is getting in the way of doing what we can do to have long lives and live past 60.
That's killing us, y'all. So if you care about black people and black life and black human beings and black humanity is important to you, we gotta change our ways and do whatever it takes to be healthy, powerful, decent, productive human beings.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.